Big data. Big data. You need to show that you are able to set up pipelines related to big data, Spark. You mentioned it, Hadoop, Hive, whatever you worked with. This is the focus. Big data is something that will be relevant also in the next years.
If you're a senior developer, 5+ years of experience working in one of the in-demand tech stacks which we were talking about right now, it's perfectly fine for you to land an English-speaking job. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Tamo. Raul and I want to talk about hot tech skills in Germany in 2026. So what do German companies actually hire for? A lot of you guys asking yourself, hey, are German companies still hiring? Is there hiring freeze in Germany and so on? We heard that in a lot of comments, and no, that is not the case, but you need to know how to get it right. Also, the good news for you is in 2026, the economy in Germany is growing again. That will mean more jobs. We expect this to happen in the second half of 2026, and this trend will hopefully go on, or the expectation of the economy growth is also for 2027. So long story short, what skills, Raul?
So if we look at the software development roles first, that means if we go in JavaScript, that means very good knowledge in Node.js, everything related to back-end systems, APIs, microservices is must-have. This is very, very clear. Also, Java, we see this as a constant, there's a constant demand for it, and skills are needed, or Java skills are needed in enterprise applications, in the fintech industry, also in the automotive industry, also in the public sector, which is growing. There are many applications built on Java. Python is widely used, related to also, of course, backend development, but when it comes to automation, more related to AI fields and industries, products. And that is important, that you are good in what you do, that you are experienced, and that we can help you also to position you accordingly, that it becomes clear for a German or European recruiter immediately. That is, I think, very important. Yes, but of course there is cloud mentioned, DevOps, CI/CD, and so on. That is always nice to have on top of this must-have criteria.
Backend is key for software development. You need to have cloud knowledge, JavaScript, Node, Java Spring, and Python. All in all, we can say always a T-shaped profile is good. So being good in one thing to a deeper level, right? For example, Java Spring, Boot, having deep down experience in that, and also having a good understanding maybe in Golang and Python and so on, that you can also plus with those skills. Speaking about Python, brings us to data engineering, probably the most in-demand field right now, 2025, but also for 2026. So data engineering is absolutely key. There, the same role, I would say, cloud knowledge, ideally AWS, but also GCP or Azure is fine.
Big data. You need to show that you are able to set up pipelines related to big data, Spark. You mentioned it. Hadoop, Hive, whatever you worked with, this is the focus. Big data is something that will be relevant also in the next years.
Data science obviously still in demand, especially together with AI engineering, prompt engineering is becoming more and more relevant. So having a good understanding of LLMs, agentic AI, LangGraph, LangChain, those kind of tools is very important. So I would say those are the two bigger fields, software development and data. Next to that, we still see cybersecurity is quite in good demand. We see that DevOps, cloud is in very good demand. So in DevOps, what you need to bring to the table is Kubernetes. So we see that if people are struggling in tech rounds, it's usually about Kubernetes. What is becoming more of a niche, but could still work, we had a few guys, is QA. is other tech stacks like PHP, mobile development. Yes, there are still jobs, but this is getting
Much less compared to the ones we
this
already
is getting
mentioned.
more and more difficult, but could still work. C#, we also see, yes, it can work, but also there it is getting at the moment a bit more difficult.
And talking about a completely different language, what about German language skills in 2026? This is, I would say, throughout the last years, always the big questions and always the same misunderstanding. What about 2026?
Ja, wenn du kein Deutsch sprichst, kannst du...
Hast du schwer in Deutschland?
Yeah. No, if you're a senior developer, 5+ years of experience working in one of the in-demand tech stacks which we were talking about right now, it's perfectly fine for you to land an English-speaking job. If you're a more junior guy, if you studied here, if you're graduating from a German university, you need to speak German. You need to learn this. That there's no way around at the moment. Otherwise, you have a very, very hard time landing a job.
And be realistic. If you are in India, Pakistan, or somewhere else, learning German is maybe appreciated by the employer, but it's clear for everyone that you cannot reach a level B2, C1 to really work in German, talk in German with clients and so on. This is something that you should, again, strategize. You move into that direction once you're here. Okay, so focus on your tech profile first. Make sure that you consider the insights we shared with you. Get that T-shaped profile, right? And then you can move to German language or improve your German language skills once you're here. And that, of course, develops if you have the focus on and if you need to talk on the streets, etc., with everyone.
Last but not least, communication. Next to German, your English needs to be perfect. So your communication skills need to be on a top-notch level. Without that, you will not be able to land a job here. We see next to technical things for many guys, this is the biggest problem, that their English is not to the level it should be, that they cannot conduct proper interviews, that they cannot properly explain what they are doing, their projects, that they cannot do hiring manager interview rounds, and so on and so forth. So if you have the feeling your English is not where it should be right now, do a course, so I practice that, practice business English, public speaking, and so on. This will help you tremendously to land a job in Germany in 2026.
Good. Okay, so don't forget, communication is important and you need to have the right skills that are on demand in the German and European IT market. If you want our support, then please schedule a call with us and we will assess your profile and see if we can help you. All the best, take care and auf Wiedersehen.
Bye bye, ciao.